Hi, hello and welcome back. I hope all of you are doing amazingly well. So here is the most awaited video. A couple of months back, like 4 or 5 months back, I randomly put a story asking for all the students to put in all the questions that they always wanted to ask a medico. So this video is going to be a Q&A about all the questions about a medical life. So yesterday I sat down and removed all those questions from YouTube as well as Instagram. I'd got a lot of questions on Instagram also, and I always wanted to answer those, but there were times that I couldn't answer, and I made a list. So there are 13 questions that I want to talk about today. And why these 13? Because I feel like these 13 questions are going to cover a lot about medical life, and anybody who wants to come to medical can see these questions and get a fair idea about what is going to happen after they come to a medical college. So without any further delay, I'll get started. The first one being, MBBS is a stressful course, so will students have quality free time to spend with family and friends? Okay, completely agree that MBBS is a stressful course, but as I've told numerous times in my other videos, there is always enough time if you make time. You should develop the skill of time management. I think if one doesn't develop the skill of time management, it is hard to manage not only in MBBS, any other stressful courses for that matter. Secondly, more emphasis on theory or practicals. Okay, I'm a firm believer that your eye sees what your mind knows. Okay, so if you don't know about the concept, all about the subject, and you just go and see a patient, it is hard for you to understand. On the other hand, if you know something about the case and then you go and see the case, all those positive findings will just get pushed to your mind and it will stay in your mind for a longer time. So I believe that you need to know basic theory about all the things and then you go and apply it, so you are going to master the skill. Coming to the third question, do you and your friends really like the course, or do you guys regret it, and why? Okay. um, I love the course. I took MBBS because I wanted to be a doctor. Like, I wanted to be a doctor for a really long time. But if you ask me about my friends, they're not here. I've come to my native. But some of my friends, I think, kind of regret taking MBBS because it is draining at times. And coming to why it is draining, see, MBBS, the classes are long, the course is so long, and all your other friends who have done engineering or business will be earning at they're like 22, 23, and you're still studying. You're studying until you're 27, 28, or up to 30, and that can become tiring at times. Good question. Should we start preparing for NEET or PG from first year? Okay, I started my PG preparation, like I took an app for PG preparation in third year, but I think if somebody has given you proper guidance since first year and you take the app and you study for at least one subject and finish, you are somewhere ahead in the race. Okay, we did not have any buddy to guide us properly as to you should take something in first year and then you can study and stuff. We just randomly took apps in third year. I think it's not like you need to really push yourself hard to start from first year, but if you have a vague idea and if you study everything like you're giving a MCQ test, it is a really great thing. Coming to the next question, what do you feel about medical college love relationship? Do they work out? Oh my god. I don't know. I seriously don't know. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of relationship that I've worked out, or maybe there are, I don't know. I think if you find somebody and if you're happy with them, it's well and good, or if you don't find, or if it doesn't work out, you just have a bunch of experience which will teach you a lot of things. That's all I have to say about this. I mean, I really don't know. If whatever you think about the same question, you can put it in the comment section so that I can enrich my knowledge about the same. Do you guys prefer hostel or home, and why? I have been in hostel right from my 6th standard, okay, and in the hostel, in the sense, I was in a residential school, so I loved being there. I think hostel, separate hostel where there are day scholars also coming to school, and staying in the residential school is a completely different thing. When you're staying in the residential school, everybody is there so that nobody is aware of what is happening outside. That is a different story. But I think when you're in a course like MBBS, staying in hostel or staying with your friends is really great because it is nice. It is nice staying with your friends. You discuss with your friends. You go out with your friends. You spend time with them. You get to learn a lot of things. So I prefer staying in hostel during the course time at least. Then, does ragging still happen, and how bad is it? Okay. Um, if I have to honestly talk about this, there isn't any ragging these days. But then, if a senior calls you and asks your name and asks you from where you have come and 2 3 questions, that is not ragging. Okay, the senior is just trying to get to know you, or he just spoke to you, or she just spoke to you. That's it. And people thinking that somebody has ragged you just because they spoke to you like 2 or 3 questions. No, that doesn't make sense, because you realize it how important seniors are once you come to your third or fourth year, and you would regret it otherwise. How are you managing your academics along with other co-curricular activities so well? Okay, so if you're thinking that I'm managing both these so well, big thank you to you. I think, as I told you a lot of times, time management is something that we need to develop. Okay, we need to always prioritize things so that we can be happy. MBBS, as I told you, is a vast course which is so draining, and if you do not make time for all that you love, you are going to regret taking MBBS, or you will be like, why the hell am I doing this? I just like doing certain things, and I try to pull out time from here or there no matter what. But having said this, there is always this thing behind my mind when I'm doing some other thing. Okay, it says to me constantly, okay, you have this test coming up, you have this assignment to do, you have this case tomorrow, study about it. This thing I think is common to all the medicos. This is running in your mind, jiggling in your mind like n number of times whenever they're doing other things. But if you don't have that balance, you are going to regret a lot of things. So I think we pulling out time from here or there is very important. Now coming to next question. Most craziest thing you did with your friends in MBBS. Okay. There are a lot of things. I don't think I can talk about all those in front of camera. Like a lot of things in the sense, a lot of things. Very weird things. I don't think I can talk about all those things in camera. And coming, very weird things you can imagine. Have you ever regretted taking MBBS? Honest answer, please. Okay, as I told you, I always wanted to be a doctor, and I was the one who forced my parents to put me to MBBS. But being honest, this time during final exams, that was final exams, we had back to back exams, and even my practicals were back to back. I was so drained out. I asked myself like 1,000 times, why am I doing this? Why couldn't I have just taken that engineering and then got some like 20 25 lakhs package per year and just settled? Because I know that my friends who were doing as good as me are getting that much salary, and I think I could have got that much. But the thing is, I did not have that much passion for the course. But I really regret it. Like, let's it regret it. I think every medico has this phase in their life where they regret taking MBBS, but it just goes away, I think. What are the things we should avoid as a student in medical life? Okay, that's a huge one. I think demeaning your friends, demeaning your seniors, not being in good terms with your teachers will pay a lot in later times. I think from day one, wanting to make sure that they are studying everything clinically. See, if you're studying a theory part, at the end, no, you just think where that cycle is applied right from first year, and then see one or two pictures of clinical oriented things, so that you remember right from day one you are that actual person who knows clinical things. I think these are something that people should focus on, and we did not do it much because we did not have idea about all this. And do not take practical seriously. A lot of students do this from their second or third year. They're like, hey, fine, we're going to give all these practical exams, all the medicine, surgery, practical exams. Why should we break our heads from now on? But I think that is a mistake. If you know things, see, while studying or giving your practicals, you don't have a lot of time. Okay, you have back-to-back practicals, like what happened to me. So first day was surgery and second day was medicine, and surgery got over at like 5 o'clock, and previously I had not slept well, so I had to go back and sleep. So in like 3 4 hours I did not know what to read. I just brushed the basics. But I think if you have studied properly from the beginning of practicals, you don't have to stress. You can just sleep and go and write and come, no, or go examine. It is, I think, focusing on practicals and being good with everybody is what being compassionate and diplomatic is what matters, according to me. And last two questions. Things to keep in mind while choosing medical college. Okay, I am studying in a private college, but I had a lot of options to choose some government colleges. But I did not want to go very far from my home, and when I compared the patient inflow and stuff like that, I felt like my college was better. So I chose my college. But fee-wise, a private college is always costlier than a government college. So I think the things that you need to keep in mind are the fees, the patient inflow, and the number of batch that is passed out, or the number of seniors that you have, because they are the ones who will be guiding you throughout. I think these factors, and if you're somebody who really wants fancy architecture or good place to live, I think you should pay attention on that also. Coming to the last question, your honest opinion about working with brands. Okay, I haven't worked with a lot of brands. I've worked with like five, four, five almost, and some of those were paid and some of them were barter deals. The thing is, some of the brands are very good. Okay, like see, you make a video or you make a reel or a story for them, and then they feel like it is not up to the mark. They tell you to change, but then there was recently I worked with one of the hair care lifestyle brand. After that, what happened is that I came back to my native, and then there were some corrections which I got to know after I came back. I did not have the video with me to edit. I did not have the products with me. I just spoke to them, and obviously they wanted certain things, right? So they asked me so many times, but then there was nothing that I could do. Even I gave them some suggestions, like I could put a link throughout the video of the products and all that. But at the end, they finally got convinced and they agreed. Like they were like, it's okay. So some of these brands are really good, and there are some brands which are like pain in the ass. I don't want to name those brands, but then you shoot a video for them. They tell you certain edits. You shoot the video again, and then again they're not satisfied. I'm like, if you aren't satisfied now, why couldn't you tell all this point in the beginning so that I could have put everything in the video at once, right? This happens, and those are the days, when my mood is off the entire day. But then it happens. I think that is how brands work. I don't know. I don't want to comment much on this until like I am a pro brand seeker. Okay, that's all. And these were the questions that were picked from my Instagram as well as my YouTube, the community part of my YouTube. And if you feel like I'm bluffing, you can just go to the community page and see all these questions are just taken word by word from there. I did not mention the names because some of the questions were like common. So I kind of answered one so that other questions also solved. And actually, when I put this on the story, I wanted to make a video along with my friends. Like I wanted three to four of my friends to sit down and talk about it. But then I made this video now, so I'm making it alone. I think this is of help to everybody who's watching. And if you have some more questions and want a part 2 of the video, feel free to put all the questions either in the comment section of this video, or you can send it through Instagram or the community part, anywhere, whichever is convenient to you, and I will come up with one more video because shooting something like this is really fun. And that's all I had to say in the video, and keep supporting to the channel like always. I love you all, and bye bye.